Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Welcome to deadline day. And a bit of a special day on here because it's deadline day. I do reckon you're not going to get just one upload, you're not just going to get two, but I think you're going to get three. We normally do this on a deadline day. Is how it runs, unless it's dead. But today is the complete opposite of dead. Today is more alive than ever, and I think it's gonna go down to the wire. So this is the first video. I think there will be a second video in the evening, or early evening, and then we will have a roundup once the window is closed and we know exactly what's going on. I will put out something to just give the overall picture and see where we all stand now that the window has been concluded. So let's get into it because things have happened. And we've got a situation. It came out last night, in the early hours of the morning, actually, that after our 2-1 loss to Servette, we're through. But after that game, we had Chelsea management. Who? We don't know. But Chelsea management had landed in Naples and were there to try and get a deal done throughout deadline day. We don't know who that was. Could Iqbali and the directors that were attending the Servette game maybe left Switzerland and flew over to Italy? It's not far. Maybe it was Todd Bowley that went there whilst the others are having it up in Switzerland. Who knows? But someone's there. And we heard that in the early hours. As of this morning, and now throughout today, it's currently about to hit midday in the UK, and it's nearly 3 o'clock for me. But here's the latest. Let's get through it. We got news on Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney. This is quite a situation, but let's get into it. Here it is. So, we had Fabrizio about an hour and a half ago say breaking, Napoli reached total agreement with Al-Ahli for Victor Osimhen. Club-to-club deal done for 75 to 80 million euro total package. Al-Ahli have already booked a medical. 4-year contract worth 25 to 30 million euros per season net to Osimhen. Plus, he'll have a release clause in his contract so he can go if he wants. Final green light is up to Victor. Now, that is one hell of a deal. On a financial level, that's one hell of a deal. Right? 30 million euros, let's say 25, yeah? Let's be kind. 25 million euros is, we're going to do live maths. Let's do, the conversion to pounds, as it stands, is 21 million quid. Yeah? 21 million, divide that by 52, just because for the year. Yeah, that's stupendous. That's 400k a week. 400k a week, and that's dividing it by 52 by a week. If we were to try and divide it by months and then into weeks that way, you'd probably end up with a higher fee, a higher number. So it depends what the structure is. But 400k net, that's stupendous, as the lovely Chris Eubank Senior would say. So Chelsea, I think even Victor knows. Yeah, everyone knows that Chelsea cannot match that. And the aim isn't to match that. But the aim is to give Victor Osimhen something that he'll be happy with. Because what Chelsea can offer that Saudi can't yet is premium level football. Right? Chelsea, Premier League, hopefully Champions League at some point. We better. You can't get all that in Saudi. Yeah? You can get paid very, very well, but you can't get any of the rest in Saudi. Hence why final green light is up to Victor. He's not given the green light to Al-Ahli yet. Terms are agreed, but the green light on the move hasn't been made. He's waiting for Chelsea, clearly. But Al-Ahli are not stupid. So they've gone and done something else as well. This is where the Saudi power, like I've mentioned before, right? Saudi aren't messing about here. They ain't no joke. Don't look at them and go, it's just Saudi. They could buy you and everything you own and your family and your city if they wanted to in 5 minutes. Not a problem, yeah? They've got that power. They genuinely want to bring the best players to Saudi to lift up Saudi All in the run-up to 2034 and hosting the World Cup. They want Saudi to be established by 2034 when the World Cup is being hosted there, because that's going to be a massive pull. So they ain't messing about. And here's how they're not messing about. So Al-Ahli have a total agreement with Ivan Toney and his agents. 3-year deal is in place. Medical tests also booked for English striker and £40 million to Brentford. Al-Ahli have still no green light from Victor Osimhen, despite club-to-club deal done with Napoli. Al-Ahli have gone and got themselves covered, basically, right? They've got an agreement done with Napoli for Victor Osimhen, and now they've only gone and done everything that they've had to do for Ivan Toney. When I saw the rumours yesterday, I was looking and going, nah, surely Al-Ahli are not going to take both of them, surely. Well, we've come to know and realised this morning that, no, Al-Ahli cannot get both. They can't get both. They've only got space for one more international spot, so they cannot get both. Fabrizio has confirmed this. Al-Ahli will only sign one player between Toney and Osimhen. This is the current plan. Chelsea are still working in the background for Osimhen. This is what makes me optimistic, I would say, right? And I say optimistic, let's get into what Fabrizio has said here. So Al-Ahli have also agreed a deal with Brentford for Ivan Toney worth 42 million euros. As L'Equipe reported, Toney has already accepted, as Al-Ahli want Osimhen to make final decision as possible. Al-Ahli agreed both Osimhen and Toney deals, but no green light from Victor yet. This is where it gets interesting. We also have David Ornstein, by the way, saying this. Al-Ahli reached an agreement on proposed signing of Ivan Toney from Brentford. Deal is in place between Al-Ahli and Brentford. Personal terms for the 28-year-old sorted. An England international striker to undergo medical. Unclear on repercussions for Victor Osimhen. I'd like to think now. Al-Ahli are covered. One way or another, they're covered. One way or another, they are getting a striker. Done. If it's Osimhen or if it's Toney, but it can't be both. This is where I'd like to think that Chelsea will be getting the other. I'd like to think. If Chelsea can get Victor Osimhen, Al-Ahli will finish off the deal, or Ivan Toney will finish off the deal with Al-Ahli and they'll get him. If Al-Ahli pull off and Victor Osimhen accepts and go, okay, I'll go to Al-Ahli, I think they'll cool off everything with Ivan Toney. We have already inquired about Ivan Toney, apparently. I think that's when Chelsea will switch focus and try and get Ivan Toney through the door. I think one way or another, we'll end up with one of these guys. It would be an embarrassment. I'll say this now. It would be an embarrassment if we don't end up with either. Because as much as, yes, Victor Osimhen financially is a bit of a pickle, right? And we have to... There's a lot of poker and a lot of chess happening here. With Ivan Toney, getting a deal done with Brentford is very easy. Clearly, they accepted 40 million quid. Cool, give them 42, 43. Up it a little bit and that's it. They'll accept. The personal terms, listen, Ivan Toney would be in a bit of a pickle too, just like Victor Osimhen. But Victor Osimhen has Saudi, much like Ivan Toney does, but they're battling against each other. They can't both go to Al-Ahli. So, Chelsea are going to have to do a deal with one, Ivan Toney, even if it's going to be Ivan Toney. There has to be a bit of compromise here. And the salaries, I hope they're not going to be stupid, right? Not 350k a week. I'm not nothing dumb, yeah? But if you pay either of these, 200, 220, somewhere there, I'm absolutely fine with that, man. I'm absolutely fine. People are saying, no, don't break the wage structure. Well, you ain't going to get any top players if you do that. You're just not. So I wouldn't mind going to that level for either of them. Not a problem. Not a problem. And even on top of that, performance-based incentives, Champions League bonuses. If we end up getting top 4, then obviously the salaries can increase like we've already known. That's already the agreement with a lot of players. So I'd like to think, as it stands right now, and we'll see what happens throughout the day, that we will get one of them. Osimhen or Toney. Personally, I'd like Osimhen. I will take Toney though. Because with Toney, you know what you're getting. With Toney, it is pretty much more of an assurance than it is with Osimhen. However, I think Osimhen can do better than Ivan Toney can. I think the level that Osimhen can bring on his day is top class. Ivan Toney, though, we know is Premier League proven. I think he fits. I think he would do pretty well. So I would take him. But let's wait and see. Who is it going to be? I hope it's not Calvert-Lewin. That's all I'm going to say. I hope we don't end up having to go and chase Calvert-Lewin and Duran. Yeah? Fingers crossed. Anyway, let's move. Let me know your thoughts down below. That's the latest with Osimhen and Toney as of right now, midday UK time. Right? Now, we've got big news elsewhere. Check this out. Arsenal are discussing internally about Raheem Sterling as the opportunity has been offered again this morning. Chelsea want to find a solution for Raheem as he won't be included in the squad again if he stays, Enzo Maresca has said. Sterling assessing options to decide soon. This is also another related issue here. I've got a feeling if Chelsea can get a deal done with Arsenal or United, because we know United have been snooping around too, but if it's Arsenal, then great. If we can get a deal done for Sterling, I think that gives Chelsea more incentive to finish off a deal with Osimhen or with Ivan Toney. Osimhen specifically, in terms of actually increasing the salary that we're able to give. Because Sterling's taking quite a chunk from Chelsea at the moment. He's on, is he 315k a week? 325k a week? Somewhere there. Imagine that off the books. You know, we're already talking to Osimhen. We clearly can offer something. With Sterling off the books, we can definitely offer something decent for Osimhen. So I'd like to think, my inkling here, and no, I'm not in the know. I'm simply just analysing and guessing here. That I think if a deal gets done for Sterling today, we will accelerate things with Osimhen. So let's wait and see. If Sterling doesn't leave the club, we're in a pickle. We're in a big pickle at that point. Because we've got a player on that salary just doing nothing. And he won't play. This is why I feel like the whole situation has been unnecessary. I feel like we've messed up on this one big time. But we have a chance to get this done today. So hopefully we can get him gone and he can join a new club and we can, end this ridiculousness. But that's Sterling. So let me know your thoughts on that one. And to end, before we wrap up, this is not legal, surely. Strasbourg will sign David Washington on a permanent deal for £17.6 million. We're going to get done. We're going to get done for this. Have we? Hang on, let me check something. Did we make a profit? Swear it down. If we've made a profit on David Washington, oh, no way. We've made £500,000 profit. We bought him for 17.1 million. And then, what a surprise! We've sold him to Strasbourg for 17.6. Maybe we've just tried to cover 1 week's salary for Victor Osimhen. I don't know. This is a joke. We're going to get done for this. This isn't legal. We've already heard that UEFA, right, don't accept their FFP. They don't accept deals that happen between clubs that have the same ownership, right? That's going to be a pickle. So this isn't going to count. This isn't illegal, right? If not, it wouldn't be going through. But it's legal money laundering, isn't it? Let's just call it what it is. It is. Like Strasbourg, oh my God, they're going to kick off. Their ultras are not going to like this. They are going to be fuming. 17 million for Washington just to save Chelsea's books. They are going to kick off. And I don't blame them. I'd do the same thing. If I was a Strasbourg fan, I'd do the same thing. I can only apologise, Strasbourg, for the way that my club have conducted their business. This is mad. Great that we've somehow found the move for David Washington. This is also part of the reason why I've said what I've said in the past. Well, why did we buy him in the first place? What was the point of getting David Washington? There was no point. Whatsoever. we need to learn a lesson from this. When we're doing our recruitment, we need to not do these stupid shenanigans again, man. We need to learn from this. This is unnecessary as well. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. This is crazy. But like I said, video later on, once we figure out more and we know what's going on. And then towards the end of the deadline, another video. There'll be 3 today, so make sure you guys are here, you're tuned in, you're subscribed, notification bell on. Do not forget. Also check out the socials, especially Insta. Link on screen, link in the description. Much appreciated, as I'm very active there. And I will see all of you later on for video number 2 and then number 3 subsequently. So I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. Look after yourselves. Enjoy your day. See you later. In a bit.